What's up, desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and in this video we're discussing Big Ramy new physique update showing no sign of SEO or Synthol use in those shoulders. William Bonac huge 14 weeks out. Guest posings from Wilkin 9 weeks out. Stanimal Longeaux 4 weeks out. Breon Ansley 14 weeks out, and Quinton Eriya heading into his off-season looking huge. What James Hollingshead is doing to bring a better, tighter midsection at the 2022 Arnold Classic UK, and where has Brandon Curry been, plus what his coach Abdullah has to say about Dennis James and Big Ramy over there in Dubai. So we've got all that, plus much more coming up in this video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. What's up, desktopers? Now let's get straight into this one, and our first story is about Wilkin guest posing 9 weeks out at the NPC Louisiana Open Championships. I want to give those guys a shout out as well, because basically I want to give everyone a shout out who's getting these guys to guest pose at their shows. And by this recent guest posing, Wilkin is looking fantastic at 9 weeks out. He's obviously a member of that Bodybuilding University podcast that we do here on Desktop Bodybuilding, so I've got a little bit of bias here, but I think he's looking fantastic. He looks right on track at 9 weeks out. He's getting a little bit harder each week, but it seems like he's just hitting his stride and his prep right now, and I cannot wait to see what he brings at that Romania Pro. And he may have a tough lineup as well, with Justin Rodriguez confirming that he's doing the 2022 Olympia if he can do it. That's the goal, so I'm assuming he's going to do another show to try to basically qualify. He may qualify on points already, but I think it'd be wise for him to do another show if he's actually going to do a prep. But let me know what you think in the comments below about how Wilkin is looking at this guest posing, because he looks huge to me, and it looks like if he can dial this in and come in ultra shredded, and we know he's got a super fast metabolism, so I have no doubt he's going to do that this time around after missing his mark a little bit earlier in 2022. Our next guest posing physique update is from Stanimal Longeaux, who has put on a tremendous amount of size. You can see it here in this video. He's 4 weeks out, I believe it is, of the Legion Pro, and I think he's going to make a real impact. He competed last year, looked good, made some huge improvements. He's moved all the way from classic physique to the opens, which is a huge jump. He was top 10 in the world in classic physique, and I think that he's, pushing towards eventually maybe getting top 10 in the world in the open as well. So I'm very impressed with Stan Longeaux. We're actually going to be starting a new live podcast as well. That'll be going up on Friday nights, Saturday mornings in Australia, UK time. I'm guessing it's going to be late Friday night. And so make sure you tune into that one. And Stan Longeaux is going to be on the first episode, I believe, as well. So make sure you check that out, and let me know in the comments below how you think he's looking at 4 weeks out and if he can make an impact at this Legion Pro. Another guy guest posing at that same contest as well was Quinton Eriya, who's into his off-season. I don't know how many weeks it's been now since that Texas Pro, but he's taken advantage of that time, putting on some quality mass, and staying in relatively good shape as well. So I think this is a great point for Quinton Eriya to be at post-contest, and it really sets up for a good 2023 for him. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Will he qualify for Olympia in 2023? And how high do you think his ceiling is? Is it Mr. Olympia winning? Another guy that guest posed there as well was Breon Ansley. They had actually more guest poses that I'm going to mention in this video, but I can only go on about so many. Now, Breon actually got quite heavy in his off-season. He's typically stayed a bit leaner, which is an interesting strategy considering he's still doing the classic physique in 2022. I'm believing he's just prepping for that Olympia based on his conditioning this far out. It's 14 weeks, so I can't imagine he's doing anything beforehand. And I've got to say, he looks like he's added a little bit of mass to his physique. He would need to bring those legs up a little bit more, obviously, if he's going to do the 212s and be really competitive and do well. But he's obviously going to have the shape, and he's got the conditioning every time he comes to the stage. It's just a matter of size for Breon Ansley in that 212. Let me know how you think he'll do once he makes that switch to 212. And the only way he's actually going to stay in the classic is if they actually raise the weight limit enough for him. And let me know if you think they should do that as well, because that's an interesting topic for discussion. Now, our next physique update is from William Bonac. Posted this up looking like an absolute monster. I mentioned in my last video, he's upped his dosages of stuff from when he used to compete, when he competed back at the last Mr. Olympia. So I think that's obviously a good move for him based on how he's looking right now, because he is absolutely huge. First off-season working with Chad Nichols as well, and Chad Nichols is sort of known for working with some of the bigger guys in the IFBB. He obviously worked with Ronnie Coleman back in the day, works with Big Ramy now, worked with some other really big bodybuilders as well. So I think that it's been a solid move for William Bonac, and I think we're going to see An all-time best or a very close to all-time best, William Bonac at the 2022 Mr. Olympia, but let me know how you think he's looking right now. Now, Big Ramy has posted some more physique updates. It seems like it's a once a day or twice a day thing for Big Ramy right now, but Dennis James is over there in Dubai with him. And he posted this. It says, Dubai, September 11th, 2022, 5:21 p.m. because there has been some speculation in the past if Ramy's posting old photos and things like that. Is that the reason why he didn't show up to a guest posing? Because he posted photos before, and were they not recent? All that sort of stuff. I don't believe that was actually the reason, because Big Ramy, I mean, from everything we've seen, he's absolutely always huge. Now, the most interesting thing about these photos is that it doesn't look like there's anything in those shoulders. There's nothing obvious. When you compare it to some of the other guys' shoulders out there, it doesn't look like anything obvious here. So I actually said that I believe that it's actually just his shots that he put in there, and it's got it all swollen up. Could there be scar tissue there? Sure, absolutely there could be from just, shooting that spot continuously, but I'd say the inflammation's gone down. His delts have calmed down. Yeah, there might be some scar tissue in there still, but will it be a problem? I don't believe it will be, but let me know what you think in the comments below. And if Big Ramy is out there training with DJ right now for Mr. Olympia, if he's going to be in America for a long time training for the last 8 weeks or so, he's going to be very, very hard to beat. And I believe it's his last Mr. Olympia as well. There's still going to be speculation around that, and who knows if it will be actually, but 3 Mr. Olympia wins going out on top, I think that'd be a good way for Big Ramy to actually do things, and it would set up for a very, very interesting 2023 Mr. Olympia with an open title. One man that will be trying to take the Olympia title off him this year is your 2019 Mr. Olympia in Brandon Curry. He posted up a video, and a lot of people have been wondering where Brandon Curry is. So he said this in the caption. He says, I know, I've had a lot of people in my inbox wondering where I am since I've been quiet. I've been chipping away one day at a time with my head down, hard at work, tuning out the noise. Focus is the name of the game. My focus has been on my work and not on social media. When it's time to step on stage, it won't matter how impressive anybody looks on the internet. Work is done behind the scenes. And he put a little wink there. And then Abdullah, his coach out of Offseason Gym, says, internet for Dennis DJ party cheers. And then put that little emoji there, and someone underneath says, shot fired at you, bro. So I don't know if anything will come of that or not, but as we know, Abdul likes to sort of mix things up and have a bit of fun and hype things for shows. So I don't think there's anything with too much malice in there, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing how Brandon Curry comes in, because it seems like he's got a new level of dedication for 2022, trying to become the only man to ever win the Arnold Classic and the Olympia in the same year, 2 different years. So we'll have to wait till December to see if Brandon Curry can pull that off. In our last story, we're discussing James Hollingshead, what he's doing to bring his midsection in tighter than ever and get those abs better than ever as well. He posted up this physique update with the caption, been working on the midsection a lot this prep, not necessarily more, but more so better exercise and connection. Obviously, nutrition has a huge effect on your waist and its circumstance. Main point being, don't overeat at any one sitting. Allow food to fully digest between meals, and also gentle walks to assist digestion never hurt. So a few good tips there from James Hollingshead. So tip number 1, don't overeat at any one sitting. So if you're eating 4-5 meals a day, maybe splitting it up into 6 or 7 meals a day might be a little bit better on your digestion. I definitely find that if I try to put down too much at one sitting, I bloat, don't feel good, and that just sort of hurts your digestion, actually hurts your results as well. So that's a great tip there as well. Allowing the meals to fully digest, not just stacking one meal on top of the other one and sort of causing illness and sickness and stuff like that, at least from overeating, and also gentle walks to assist digestion. That's definitely a good point. This is something that Stan Efferding does, and a lot of people respect his opinion. He's obviously one of the world's strongest bodybuilders. He's an IFBB pro and a really accomplished powerlifter as well. So that's something that he does, 5-minute walks or whatever between meals to just help that digestion, and it definitely does help as well. It also keeps your mind really fresh as well. So a few good tips there from James Hollingshead. Let me know what you do to keep your midsection tight. I include vacuums and things like that. Definitely has worked for me, and it's brought my waist in tighter than ever, and just being healthier. I find, not having any gut issues where you're overstressed and that causes you to bloat and stuff like that after eating, bringing those stress levels down definitely help as well. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below about what James Hollingshead is doing to bring his midsection in tighter than ever, and also let me know what you do in the comments below as well. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. If you like and appreciate this content and you enjoyed this video, give the video a thumbs up, smash that like button, also subscribe and hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up from myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. Anyway guys, I'm Xavier Wills, this is Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are out.